I don't know what's happening. But technology does not like me tonight. I'm kind of getting worried. Like seriously, I think the universe is out to get me. I'm not being conspiratorial. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. Because, you know, there are two things, thing one and thing two. You know, the cat in the hat, the things. Well, that's what I've been doing. I've been playing Whack-A-Thing tonight. So I've been whacking things. Oh, Chris! Another thing I gotta whack. I gotta whack myself. Is that how you whack? I don't know. Is that what they mean when they say, oh, go whack him? Like, a whack. So like a smack upside, right? That's a whack. Knick-knack, patty, whack, right? Am I wrong? Wouldn't be the first time. Absolutely won't be going the last. Your printer is out, says OZ2HD. That means it's out for delivery. That's great. That means you get to start printing tonight. Unless, of course, when you said that, you meant something completely different. By the way, welcome, everybody. Hello, one and all, to a very odd beginning of an evening with you. Given that I think we started broadcasting like 4 times now on Twitch this evening because of one problem or another. I had to play my own tech support. Not exactly something I enjoy doing, even with myself. I don't enjoy tech support. I know people think I do, but I do not. Let me just go ahead and just stop you right there. It's not something that I love to do. I can help. I sometimes need to look for help, but it's not something that's enjoyable. Like, God, waking up in the morning, I cannot wait to perform tech support on something that was working just fine yesterday and isn't now, or was fine 5 minutes ago and someone breathed on it and suddenly it's not working, because that's what happens. Apparently. Okay, we got an Aziz Purple. What's happening tonight? I wish I could tell you, because I really don't know. Oh, man. Now the remote control's across the room. Thank you for following, Magnus. If I said your name correctly. Must be the farts. Yeah, I think we farted too much last night. Way too many farts. I'm not broken. I am absolutely fixed. Like, I'm good. When your printer gets to the front door, West Coast will lose power. That'd be a very powerful printer. It'd be very, very powerful. So, I am printing a Star Wars creature, as the title suggests. I am prepared for the weekend. Suffice it to say. Very prepared for the weekend. I have some tea. If you didn't see that a second ago, which you hopefully didn't. I think it was out of view. This is the Republic of Tea, Grogu Tea, Iced Tea, Mandalorian Tea. I'd say it's part of a series, but it's designed differently than the other Mandalorian teas that they've released. I'm not really inclined to open it, though. I don't know if I want to open it, because it's kind of collectible. You know, with the teas in there and everything, you can smell the tea through there. Like, but I'm not really a tea guy. I'm still a coffee guy. Coffee update, by the way. I think I found the perfect amount right now for me, where I'm not over caffeinated, and sadly, it's not as much as I would like it to be, but it is what it is. How's the weather been in Seattle? Well, apparently, this is the first May that we're not going to get over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, you could ask what Celsius or centigrade is, or Kelvin. I wouldn't know. You could do your own conversion on your own. But I'm inclined to say that's good news, because it hasn't been that way for like 10 years. So I hope to have another moderate summer just like last summer. Magnus says, perfect. Hey, Chris, longtime follower, first time seeing you on Twitch. Awesome. Welcome aboard. I've been live streaming, at least on Twitch, every day since January. So you must not be on Twitch a lot. That's okay. You are now. I live stream every night at 6 p.m. Some nights I live stream 5 times on Twitch right around 6 p.m. because audio issues crop up and then I have to tell everybody not to breathe, just in case it was someone breathing on the internet that caused the issue that I had to troubleshoot. The next thing we need to troubleshoot is my hands. Like, what is going on? Is it like jazz hands? What is this, Chris? This isn't even Italian. Like, no Italian speaks like this. They're all like this and that, this. Not like... So welcome aboard. There, that was an Italian. Welcome aboard. Come on in. grab yourself a chair. This is the... I don't know what it is. Still haven't come up with a name for this virtual place of ours. It's my play shop. Welcome to my play shop. Because that's what it is. It's not a workshop. I do get work done. But I enjoy playing. Star Wars figures, folks. Star Wars figures. Speaking of Star Wars figures, I'm holding one. Anakin Skywalker. This is part of the 50th Lucasfilm LTD series releases. Designed, much like the Clone Wars Star Wars action figures of yesteryear. Not vintage, but modern, I would say. Some people, if you were young, would probably call this a vintage redo, but it's not. It's a modern redo. A modern edition of a modern figure. Updated, this is the 6-inch scale, so never produced before, this particular Anakin Skywalker, which, out of all the Anakins, I would say this one is pretty decent. I'm not sold on its sculpt. I kind of wish that this particular Black Series did not make Anakin look as much like a kid as they did here. Like, I'm not sure. I'd say it's supposed to look like Hayden Christensen, but remember, this is modeled like the animated Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars cartoon series, which is absolutely amazing. You should absolutely go watch it right now, because I've already seen it. I'd watch it again, easily. So this is a part of a series of 4, exclusive to Target, but the problem is, I could only find Anakin Skywalker. Like, there are 4 in the series. Like, 2 clones, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, then Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars, right? This is like a Clone Wars series update of 4. And at the store today, Yoko, Livin' La Vida Yoko, I don't know if you follow her on Twitch, but you should. She's a part of the Locker Dome team. She let me know that our local store had them. So I popped in. She was right. All they had was Anakin. That was it. Like 12 Anakins. How are we supposed to get the collection if... I do not know what's going on with distribution, man. It's a massive question. Massive question. So, I see that, oh, wait, hang on. Let me check. Give me a second. Scrolling through. Oh, Magnius says, you got the Clone Wars figs. Been looking for those. Love them. That's what I'm saying. I only got one, because they only had one. So this is the one I got. Anakin Skywalker. I'm going to open him. Oh my god. Jedi. I don't know how to explain this to people, but when I'm in front of the stream, that's the thing I need to pay attention to. Woo! I wish that you could slide the Rex out and hold on to the Rex indefinitely. Some people would do a better job at removing the bubble, but this will work just fine. Let's go ahead and slide this part out, maybe. I wonder if I could do something with that Anakin. Maybe Jedi will like that Anakin. Gotta be careful, she might step on it. So, though I am not compelled to pick up the figures with human likenesses, like outright, I tend to be, or have been, largely a completist as far as the Black Series is concerned, though that's not even my favorite scale, which I know it sounds weird. Like, why wouldn't you be a completist with 3.75-inch scale? That's a great question. I wish I was. I wish I was. So, we've got an Anakin. It's got the Jedi symbol there on the shoulder, as seen in the Clone Wars, as modeled like the Clone Wars. I think they could have done a better job with the facial sculpt, though. That's my feeling. What do I think of the new stuff he's coming to Star Wars Land at Disney Parks? Great. I'm probably not going to get all of them, though. That's for sure. Magnus also agrees, wish they had the cartoon like the 3 3/4-inch fig the box is modeled after. This is what I'm saying. Magnus, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, it makes no sense to me why they made him look human, apart from it being the Black Series. And they did that with the Rebels series, and I didn't really like those. Like, in terms of human likenesses of these cartoons, I'm like, I kind of wish they had the cartoony look. So they must be going for something different with the Black Series. So, yeah, Magnus, you and I, despite you not realizing that I was still alive until now, but that's okay. We're going to get along swimmingly, for sure. John D212 says, I guess they become collectibles because you can't find them all. Yeah, but that's just wrong. Like, if they're going to... They got to make it available, and they got to make it available equally. Like, I should have equal opportunity to get this, that, or the other thing. If I could have picked them up online, ordered them online, I would have done that. Now I'm stressing out that I won't be able to get the other 3. You cannot order on the website, unfortunately. Pivotal Pete says, just got back from Target, no Star Wars figures at all. That is depressing. Absolutely depressing. Must have had the collection, you arrived, and he was the only one left. No. There were literally 12 Anakins. Like, the chance of there being any others in that batch were very low. Very low. I would be shocked if anyone were still there tomorrow. I would be absolutely shocked. Looks like Snake from Lord of the Rings. Snake? Snake? Was that a character name? Builder's Mark, thank you for cheering 11 bits. Exclusives just need to go away. Hollywood N3D, I'm not in disagreement. No. David Hales, you don't understand. This is a new figure. This is not something that was released 10 years ago, at which point eBay would be the only option. The problem with these figure releases these days isn't that they're not awesome. They are. This is pretty cool. I like it a lot. I would have loved to have gotten the clone instead. Still, they're brand new. And because they're exclusive and in short supply, what you have are scalpers who often pick them up at retail price, $25. On card, worth $25. Off card, I don't know if it's worth $25. And then they take it and turn it around on eBay for like twice the price. So no. David Hales, I do not think you understand the situation at all. You don't seem to be someone who's a part of the collecting community, because that is a very, 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 very inaccurate thing to suggest. Because all that does is just fuel the fire behind scalpers. Scalpers are the bane of my existence, and certainly I'm not the only one. Hollywood N3D got lucky, his brother found all of them. Well, Hollywood N3D, you let your brother know I'm looking for the other 3. Not that I expect you to employ your brother for that, but just so you know, I am looking for the other 3. I am. Scalpers. Sceenie up, you feel me. As a Star Wars collector, you get it. If you're not a Star Wars... you don't have to be a Star Wars collector to be impacted by scalpers. I get that. But I understand capitalism. But the problem is these are people who are simply reselling what would be normally available at retail. So they're taking away my opportunity to buy something only to upsell me on the fact that they got there before I did when it was put out. I think that's just wrong. It's morally reprehensible. It's repugnant. Like there are many ways to make money. And I'm not saying don't do something like that. Go thrifting. Like, I would have no issue. Like, for example, this. So I thrifted this R2-D2 canister. Oh, I gotta turn this around. R2-D2's turn around. Give me a second. Sometimes they do set limits, but people like getting around them. So limits don't always work. Skookum Trooper, another collector, notes, many times I've arrived at the store to see scalpers shovel figures off a shelf into a cart. This is what I'm saying, dude. And if it's for them, not gonna complain. But if it's for scalping, I got a problem. Big problem. So this, not available right now. Like, you can't go to the store and buy this. You can't. So the year was... Do I have a year on here? 2015. So this is an older item. I would totally understand someone going to eBay for this because you couldn't get it in a store. But the fact that they are literally just releasing these now. Just now. Like, now. Like, and even then, like, finding them is like, am I going to find it? Am I going to get, to the point where they're not going to produce them and I can't get the things that I want? You're right, Pivotal Pete. Sometimes employees find stuff, too. Scalpers are why you don't see them on shelves in stores. And with them being exclusive is even worse. This is what I'm feeling. Builder's Mark notes, my daughter wanted a record from Hey Arnold. They were sold out at regular price in 30 minutes. Then immediately after that, the same record was 4 times the price. Super scalpers. This is what I'm saying. It's just, the industry is broken. It's broken. It's broken. They're incentivizing the wrong people. With exclusives, that's how I feel. Like, it's not fun. I mean, it's fun when you find the thing that you're looking for at a price that is already kind of getting up there. $25 a figure? I mean, okay, all right. Star Wars. But at the same time, that stress and strain of trying to find one is just, it's broken. I wish, and if I was a developer, I'd start to fix this problem. Here's how I'd fix it. I talked about this like months ago, like in January, I think, February, if that, not that, about like a place where collectors could go to say, I'm looking for an Anakin Skywalker Clone Wars from Target, willing to pay $25 plus shipping and handling or whatever, or I would trade for X, Y, and Z, and to enable collectors, not scalpers, right? Because the entire ecosystem doesn't accommodate that. There's no place for something like that apart from tight-knit communities. So that's why I turn to you. Like, the people who are out there, I'm like, hey, if you see the other ones, let me know because I'm interested, right? That's why I say, you see something Star Wars out there, you're not annoying me by pinging me because I may not be able to get it out right. And, oh, there you go, Liz. There's the first one for you. The whole exclusive thing is driving the market. Coda 120, that's my feeling. It's not making it any easier. Pivotal Pete says, remember when Toys R Us had plenty of Star Wars figures? They had 200 of the same figure. I know, and we're not there anymore. You should see what the makeup business does with exclusive and limited edition collections. I do not want to know. Force Friday for episode 700. People waiting in parking lot at midnight to get to Toys R Us. 2 scalpers at the front filled 2 shopping carts, leaving the shelves bare. Wow. I only got what I needed. I only got what I was looking for on Force Fridays. And I don't know if Force Fridays are behind us. It's sad. And I hope they come back because I really enjoyed those evenings. Those were fun. Those were something to look forward to. So, I don't do toy runs anymore. They're pointless because you're not going to find anything. I want to make sure I get what it is I'm looking for, but I'm not always willing to pay scalper prices. There are exceptions. Let me explain those exceptions. I have been also collecting the 5-inch Star Wars figure series. I mentioned this, like there's like a Darth Vader, one of these. These are I don't know if I'd call them a budget line of Hasbro Star Wars figures. They just released Mando and Grogu. These are new in this particular series. And they normally would retail for $5-6. And my concern is never being able to find these at retail because they're not available in every store. They're not exclusive, but the question is, will they be around? Am I willing to take that gamble and have prices run up even higher? So I kind of calculate in my head, I'm like, how much am I willing to pay for these? So I feel I made a deal on both of these, and with any luck, I won't find them ever at retail. I will feel better. If I ever find these at retail, I'll be angry, because that means I could have waited, but it's the gamble. And this is new. We're not talking about an old item, people. We're talking about something brand new. So being a collector, it makes the situation even more difficult. Magnius notes, hopefully they release these again on online stores with regular Black Series card backs. I don't think they will. I mean, part of this is the exclusive packaging. That's a big part of this, right? Not to mention the sculpt. Because it's the Clone Wars pack, right? Or the package. And they did the same thing with the Phantom Menace at Best Buy. But these exclusives, man, I do not feel good about them. This marketing tactic makes everyone feel anxious. I agree. That's the reason I never get into anything from Disney parks. I refuse to pay the scalpers. Well, CNE up 76, I have paid scalpers before for Disney park stuff. But I'm trying to work through people that I know could get to Disney parks and to wait to get certain things. Or basically crowdsource it. I threw this out there for the Rainbow Droids the other day. I said, hey, is anybody going to the Disney park? Can you get me, if you go to the Disney park, can you get me a few the Rainbow Droids, the Astromechs? I'm looking for 3. Hopefully they come in a good, one of them at least, comes with a good card. And that's the thing that, it's kind of putting it out there and hoping that someone out there will actually hear that plea and be able to accommodate. So I try to work through several individuals when I can that go there on a regular basis to pick up this, that, or the other thing. So I'll pay shipping and handling, but by and large, I have not necessarily resorted to scalpers. Magnus, these are not... I will open them, actually. Magnus, these are not the Galaxy of Adventure figures. I opened a couple of those the other day. Magnus, you're going to love me. You thought you loved me 10 years ago, or however long ago it was. You're really going to love me, because every day is about Star Wars with me. So they had a series of budget figures, and originally they weren't in wide release. And I've seen them pop up here and there at, like, drugstores and shopping stores, grocery stores. These are, I would say, budget figures in the sense that they should be in the range of, like, $5 to $7 a piece. They are 5-inch scale. So how would you... So somewhere in between, like, a 5 POA figure and a Black Series scale. Kind of a mix between there. So we've got a Grogu, and this Grogu can rotate its head. There's no feet. The arms do not articulate. The hands do twist, seemingly. Yeah, they do twist. And it comes with a pram with no stand, but a hood here. How do we clip this on? Give me a second. Oops, got to get it set up properly. Setting up my pram. Man, you know, this kind of thing makes me wish Jedi was a baby all over again, because I would commission someone to basically build a crib, like this pram. This would be her crib, right? So we got a pram with Grogu, no stand though. It's somewhat of a flat bottom, so it'll sit there. And then we also have this. I'm just gonna open it, I guess. Do I want to open it? This? How do we do this? There we go. People approach the scalpers to purchase items from their carts so they could pay Toys R Us a second time. Oh, that's crazy, dude. Seriously, since at least after Toys R Us closed down, there's not been more than 5 or 6 figures at the Walmarts and Targets of Central New York. That's literally everywhere. And you know what? Our Walmarts suck, Pivotal Pete. So I may be reaching out to you for help with some things. Seriously, I'm not joking, dude. And if it's Star Wars, I'm typically collecting it. Right now, the Hot Wheels character car that I'm looking for is Cara Dune. I'm looking for a couple of those. One to keep in the package and one to open. But my Walmarts, I gave up. I'm like, forget it. Not even worth it. So not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Target has been much better around here, but even they cannot be perfect. Walmart and Target can only put out so many figures at a time. Sometimes they have them in the back. Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes it depends on who you talk to. Like, in knowing and asking and being nice about it. Some people are not nice. And some people are there specifically to scalp. So here's the other one. Other one? The other one, 5 POA, head, arm, wrists do not swivel, and then, no, wait, sorry, 3 POA. The legs do not do anything. 3 POA. Mando. So, this is kind of a budget figure, so, like, a figure you could give a very young child, but it's very large. The gun doesn't even come out of Mando's hand. This is not a complaint. It's just the type of figure that is. You never get a chance on exclusives. All you have in this tiny town is a Walmart and a GameStop. At least with non-exclusives I can pre-order. Yeah, well, you've got a Walmart, you're doing better than me. Problem with being in Canada, after you pay the scalpers way more than you should, still have shipping and handling. Oh, yeah, dude. Distribution has been... Here's the thing. I don't take the excuse of, oh, COVID. I get it. You know, there's supply chain issues all over the place. Totally understand that. Why I don't take that as an excuse is because this problem existed long before coronavirus was a thing. This is not new. Hey, Dan L. Everyone's doing well. I'm going on another scalper rant that I seem to go on every like 6 months or so. Hopefully this weekend you'll be able to go to a large toy show that happens twice a year. Oh, Pivotal Pete! If you find any good Star Wars bargains, let me know. Seriously, I'm not joking. Not joking. I'll knock you upside the head if you don't tell me. For real. Those 5-inch figures are the worst. I don't know. I mean, if you're someone who's a fan of articulation, I can see why you wouldn't like them, but I like them because they're action figures, and they're Star Wars, and you can't get this scale in any other way. I'm not put off by the fact that it's just 3 POA. I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, I think that the Paint app is decent. It looks like they kind of quit, seemingly, halfway. I mean, you can see the outline of it, and, like, they didn't go all the way. But... you know, for what it is, I got another Grogu figurine. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. It's a Star Wars figure. I'm very, very happy. Production is down, so inventory isn't there. Can't distribute if there's no inventory. Again, I would say, oh yeah, it sounds right, but that just compounds the problem, because this was a big problem before all of this started. All of this being coronavirus. Yes, they have the figures in the back. They can only put out a case of figures once a week. I'm not sure about that. I'm definitely not sure about that because I've seen the opposite happen, for sure. I love toy shows. I haven't been to one in 2 years. Love toy shows. Those are so much fun because you see things that like, oh man, I always wanted this. Oh wow, I missed this. That's a pretty good price. Did I see the pre-orders on the Target website? No. Big fan. You're missing everything that's going on here. Drop the link in the Discord Cantina. Okay? I'm not gonna look on eBay for these new figures, dude. So not gonna happen. Okay, what am I looking at the Cantina for? Vintage collection. Yeah. No, I know. No. Okay. First of all, Builder's Mark, I need to do a little education. One, this was a figure that retailed for about $13, give or take, $12.99. So a markup of 40. How much they want? Someone wants to sell the Cara Dune vintage collection TVC for $49.20. That's not gonna happen, dude. That's like outrageous. That is not a good thing to talk about. Like it's not. That's not the thing. So. $13.99 is a regular retail price for a vintage collection figure. You can, that's the thing, but Builder's Mark, you're not wrong. You can get them on Amazon and Walmart and sometimes Target and eBay. That's not the problem. The problem is that if they're not stocked by those stores themselves, the markup is outrageous. Moreover, I would say that right now, a Cara Dune could be picked up brand new vintage collection for like $14-15 on Dorkside Toys. So it's not a matter of them not being available online. It's paying exorbitant fees. It's like, oh my god, I don't know. There will likely come a time that I'm like, I'm not doing it. And there have been times that I look at a collectible that I might really want. I'm like, I can't justify that. It's not something that I'm willing to spend my money on. I think and it is, right? Like, for example, this iced tea, this Grogu iced, just regular tea, but the tin, the paper, this is collectible, right? You've got Star Wars, Mandalorian, iced tea, Grogu, right? It is by its very nature collectible, a delicious bounty. I mean, it's all Star Wars. It's all Grogu'd up. Like like even the description, wielding your immense power can leave you feeling depleted. Allow yourself a moment to wind down and recenter your companions. Like, you know, it's talking about like being a force wielder, right? So this was probably more than I would have expected to pay for it, but like, okay, fine. But it's not like I bought this for like $20 because people bought it, yanked it off the shelf for $10 and marked up the prices. People do that all the time. Drives me nuts. It's anger-inducing for a collector. It's anger-inducing. Cara Dune was a peg warmer until she got fired. Yeah, Skookum Trooper. The only peg warming Cara Dune I saw was the credit collection, and the funny thing is, I ended up buying more than I needed to. I've got some extra Cara Dune credit collections right now. I don't think she's going to get reissued. She might though. Like we saw the retro collection Cara Dune basically come out even after she was fired. That got released. The vintage collection Cara Dune is seemingly getting re-released, or people are finding new ones and they're selling it at a quote unquote regular price or closer to a regular price. Yeah. So it just depends on timing. It depends on.
Hello there.
Uh-oh. Is Zach Rutledge here? That's his sound effect. You saw Echo on eBay today for $80. Oh, that's crazy, dude. 25 max. I'm sorry. I'm not willing to spend more. And if I miss the entire Clone Wars Target exclusive series, and this is the only one I get, I'll be very upset. Very upset. And I'm not saying I'm going to quit the Black Series outright, but it waters down my enthusiasm when we aren't given very many viable options as collectors. So, speaking of hello there, sorry it's not Obi-Wan. They didn't have that. They had 12 friggin' Anakins. Ah! Alright, Anakin, you stand there and you guard the Grogu and the Mando. Just like that. Sorry I'm missing comments left and right. Hey, TC Jamie, good to see ya. Thank you for the shout out there, Liz, to Zach Rutledge. Did Fix Him Dude, do you seem to have an issue? I was seeing that Builder's Mark was saying that you might have an issue. Wait, let me scroll back. Let me see what I can find here. You found some cool Star Wars kit cards on eBay today? Did someone steal and reprint? Do you allow that in your licensing? The eBay guy took his down. Haven't heard from the. So you don't allow that in your licensing. Some people do. I couldn't honestly. Hollywood N3D. I didn't even get a chance to pre-order these. I'm hoping they become available online. It's multicolored. What's multicolored? What are you talking? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Yep. They're coming soon. I know. I'm typically up to speed on a lot of the Star Wars collecting news. Typically. Most modelers don't allow it. Good to know. I didn't plan on, reselling anything. Fix Him Dude notes, people selling my models online. They aren't for sale anywhere. That's fair. No More 3 notes that I'm always dropping things, and that is true. Sometimes I name drop. Hollywood N3D says, I tried to pre-order them, and they sold out in seconds. Oh, the Boba Fett prototypes? The thing that I'm upset about is I almost have a full run of the Darth Vader figure prototypes. They just weren't... They were available, it was a con exclusive, and then they were available online, but Target screwed things up left and right, and I just didn't get... And I've got some spares, I've got some dupes, but I don't have the full collection that I wanted to have of the different... Because they're different color combinations of the retro-styled Darth Vader prototype figures. So, I don't know if I'm ever going to get that full run. It doesn't keep me up at night. It's kind of, it's not anger-inducing, but it's kind of like, oh man, it was this close. I need 3 or 4 more, I think. A lot of people upset at Target at the moment over the Star Wars figures today. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That I know. I can see it. I see it in my feed every day. Tells you to check stores after the release date. Yeah, and those are ones that I don't know if I'm going to go for the full run of the Boba Fetts. I don't know. I wanted the full run of the Vaders for obvious reasons. Hello, Darth Vader. I've only opened one of them. I've got some dupes that I'm holding on to eventually trade. The only Vader you have at this point is a Celebrations 3 one. Hold on to it. Although that one's common enough, I've seen it go for a pretty decent price at this point. The prototype Vader I'm talking about, now this is not on card. It's one I opened. They're going to do the same thing with a Boba Fett. And there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 21 variants? 21 color variants, I think? Or somewhere thereabout. And I'm like 3 shy of all of them. And maybe it wasn't 21. Maybe it was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, maybe it was. It's a high number, either way, of variants of the color. It was incredible. Well, I mean, of course it was Vader. So I'm like, oh, man, these are really... It's just cool. This is just... It's pretty wild. But I have some dupes. This was a dupe of a dupe, so I opened it just to have one open. The other ones are carded; they will remain carded. Hey, A-Slim, but they're going to be doing the same thing with the Boba Fett. I don't know if I'm going to chase all of them down or if I'm just going to grab 1 or 2 or 7. I don't yet know. I don't know how it's going to go. You should print your 3D own color variants. But why? Like, this is never going to be worth anything. This thing that I'm printing now is going to be worth nothing. This might be worth something, right? Manufactured, limited release, like insanely limited release. I'm hoping at some point in the future, I'll just keep asking. I'll keep throwing it out there. I'm like, look, I'm still looking for these. I'm still looking for these, in the hope that someone has one. There's no real significance of the colors. It's more just the variants. The idea is that it looks like a kit bashing or a prototype model. So these were the prototype. Like prototypes will often be like 1 color or cast to be multiple colors because they're basically, okay, it's going to look like this. It's going to have this arm here. It's going to have this type of head sculpt. And then it goes to actually be manufactured. So very often prototypes are kind of rough around the edges, including with color. So there's no real true significance. It's basically saying, hey, you're never probably going to have your own prototype, like for real prototype. How about we like deco these and give you something that looks like a prototype so you can say that you had a prototype. You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest way to explain it. Vader went to a rave party and passed out. The next morning he woke up to find his buddy stormtroopers painted him. That's another good reason that it happened. So, speaking of colors, first of all, I cannot wait to get a hold of the Rainbow Pride Celebration Lego set that was just announced today. Matthew Ashton designed it from Lego. It's minifigures, but like the rainbow of color of minifigures, which is awesome. As a minifigure collector, I'm like, ooh, that looks fun. I love that. So, I got this on sale. Amazon had it on sale. This was normally retailing for like $40. I got it for about $20 or so, about half off. And the only reason I wanted it is not because of the book, not because of the art. None of that. It had nothing to do with it. I don't care about the dang book. The only thing I cared about, as you can imagine, was the minifigure. So the only way to get the orange space minifigure, the only way, period, full stop. The only way to get it is with this book. So that's the only way to get it. Did I get the Friends apartment? I did get Friends Central Perk. I don't know if I'm going to get the apartment. Maybe at some point I can find a Lego sponsor. But until then, I pretty much have to rely on my own devices and budget. So, yeah. Lego minifigure. Visual history. So the only way to get the orange minifigure is that. So now we have this book. You know, we will have, and it's a thick one. It is a big one. Okay, that's pretty much that. From this point forward, your main focus is all the Mandalorian figures, Bad Batch, Clone Wars, All Black series. I have all the Mandalorian figures, Bad Batch, have been released so far. I don't know if I have a focus. I just kind of go by, I really enjoy that. I'm going to get it. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to get it. And there are many things that I realize I'm never going to get that. Or I'm not inclined to ever get something like that. You always get sad when people steal those minifigures at Costco. Oh, they do? That's not nice. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm never taking him out of the package either. Like, it's going to look, because you can see it right there. Like, oh, yeah. I wish all Lego sets did that. Like, just show you, here's the minifigures, like, right up front. That would be so awesome. I would probably get more Lego sets if that was the case. But, you know, as a fan of the minifigure, I was compelled to get this anyway. Your daughter's building Central Perk right now. Oh, that's awesome. I just want the minifigures. That's it. There's a handful of Lego sets you really want to get, but they're dang expensive. Yeah, they tend to hold their value, though, Mystery Goat, as opposed to tech, which loses value over time. Lego sets actually hold their values really well. I'll find these books minus minifigures at thrift stores. Sometimes I'll get them. Like, okay, that's in pretty good shape. Maybe Jedi will enjoy it. Jedi will get a kick out of it. But I typically only buy the minifigure books, and if they have an interesting minifigure, and then only when they go on sale. So I still save money. Is that a book or 100 minifigs? Oh, it's a book. So here we go. You're gonna stream building your old Lego castle set, CNEP? Oh, nice. Set, you gotta tell Set to build when you do that, because he's a fan of the castle series. So we've got like this is, I would say it's modern, but it isn't. It's mostly modern. So we're going back through the ages, right, of the Lego minifigures, the histories, 2005. I mean, I've got minifigures from, I'm not going to say every era, but going pretty far back. Some I had originally, and some thrifted, going all the way back 1981, 1980s, 1970s. And then there's some of the highlights here. I even have some of the vintage 1976 Duplo figures I thrifted for Jedi. But this goes all the way up to, unfortunately, 2020, because 2021 would include video figures. And there are no video figures in here, but you can see there's a Grogu. There some of the Lego Disney shorter figures, the mini dolls. There's the orange minifigure in the book, which is kind of recursive. A couple of Lego Minecraft look like Ninjago figures, which I didn't even know existed until now. Not that I'm necessarily going to chase them down, but Cosfray
violated my stream with 13 viewers.
Cosfray. Fry? Did I say Fry? I did. I apologize. It's Frey, right? Yes? Because instead of cosplay, Cosfray. Am I wrong? You got it. Okay, correct me. Before I say it again, correct me. We just rated her last night, and she is a cosplayer, but someone who actually does her own cosplay work, like actual making and crafting and carving and whittling or whatever you call it. And I'm watching it and I'm going, oh man, I commented, I'm like, I could never do that. I couldn't. It's not me. Like, I'm the type of person like, look, I just bought a Lego minifigure. This is awesome. Or, hey, look, I've got a Star Wars t-shirt I just got. This is so cool. Or, look, I've got a Mandalorian figure. Or Anakin Skywalker. And they're two different series, but aren't they awesome? I mean, in terms of making one and painting one and what have you. Well, maybe you're more interested in the Grogu here. Anakin, stand up. This is the thing that drives me nuts about the Black Series, is they don't balance well. Maybe you're more of a Grogu kind of person. How about that? Yeah? So, anyway, give her a follow. Shout out. Give her a follow. Because if you're interested in someone who loves chatting, who loves making, and is doing something that is ostensibly a very geeky or nerdy pursuit, that is someone you need to be following. And Builder's Mark apparently has also been helping her figure out which...
Dude gifted Frivatsos a subscription.
Next...
Some dude gifted a tier 1 sub to Frivatsos. They have given 61 gift subs in the channel.
Fix'em Dude, you are awesome. Thank you so much for that. So right now, tonight, I am printing. See, this is as far as I get with making. Like, I'm not gonna paint it. The reason why I'm using this filament color is because my daughter, you know, she likes things that are pink, and so there are no pink objects like this. So I'm printing one. Why would I paint it? Why would I paint it? Why would I need to paint it? She's going to have a pink Porg. Hopefully you're going to join the 3D printing ranks soon. Well, I hope you do. And here's the thing. What you're doing now with your costume is amazing. It is astounding. The level of skill, and if I caught what you said correctly. Last night you said that's your first cosplay, like the first time you've ever done anything like that. And you've been doing your research, but you were like deep diving into so much knowledge. And going back, I loved watching you and Sith Lord Brit go back and forth. I loved watching that.
Paceless gifted Coastfry a subscription. Paceless gifted a tier 1 sub to Coastfry. They have given 99 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Liz. Really appreciate that. Now, I do have to ask, correct me, is it Cosfray or Cosfry? I want to say Cosfray because it's obviously a play on words and that's where my head goes. But please correct me. And welcome aboard. You are now subscribed. You're one of us now, officially. Even if you don't, here's the thing. You don't have to do anything different to be one of us, because we're just a random hodgepodge, a potpourri, a smattering of geeks and nerds with different proclivities, different interests, different backgrounds. There's nothing that necessarily unites us, apart from just enjoying reveling in this kind of experience. So, me 3D printing a porg is Cosfray. I was right then. Okay. So if I say it wrong again, feel free to say, Chris, you're saying my name wrong. Again, I corrected you. I don't want to keep correcting you. If you do it again, I don't know what a good threat would be. Anyway, welcome and thank you for the raid. Thank you for returning the favor. You absolutely did not have to. But as I was saying before you got subscribed to the channel by Pezliz, I really enjoyed watching you and Sith Lord Brit going back and forth, because I learn a little bit here and there. Still not something I want to do. Not something that I'm interested. Oh, we got a hype train? Okay. Got a hype train. I cannot turn on the voice because that caused all sorts of audio issues earlier, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to throw on the helmet, though. We're going to throw on the hype helmet. We're going to ride this hype train all the way through. If we get through a level 5 hype train
I gotta have more cowbell.
Okay, well, maybe we can get more cowbell as soon as we find it where Jedi hit it. Jedi runs away with things. No, the audio was really messed up at the beginning of the streams tonight. So, because I had to, start them, 3 or 4 times. So, yeah, no voice. It's not gonna happen. I'm done messing with things and having them break. I just want them to work. Thank you, Zach, for playing that cowbell, helping push us along. I'm gonna do my best Darth Vader, Dark Helmet voice here on my own sound effects. Was yesterday Revenge of the Sith's birthday? Or was that the day before? I can't even remember. It was one of the two. Okay, putting on the hype helmet. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh geez. I think I just peed myself. A little, not much.
Super Squirrel just gifted 20 subs.
It was just... I may have to change my pants. But I won't stand up, so I'm just gonna put my t-shirt over it and pretend like, I didn't say anything. Hang on, wait. Cosfray says, gotta go watch Berserk with my friends. But thank you so much for the raid last night and the shout out tonight. Absolutely, Cosfray. So happy to have met you virtually. So happy to have crossed paths. So happy to have made connections. And that's why I enjoy doing this kind of thing. So thank you so much. I appreciate the return favor. And I will absolutely not be a stranger. And of course, I would expect and hope that you'd not be as well. So let me go ahead and do some shout outs. Now that we smashed through the wall of the hype train and made it all the way through level 5, just like that. And I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna give everyone a shout out, but a huge thanks, a super thanks to A Super Squirrel for giving out 20 Tier 1 community subs. Thank you for Coda 120 cheering 20 bits. Billabong's cheering 100. Of course, Cosfrey coming in with 100 bits as well. Liz with 10, Liz with 10, Liz with 10, Liz with 10. She's trying to spam me out of existence there. Builder's Mark with 100, Liz with 10. That's when the hype train started after Robert 01 cheered 100 bits and Liz gifted the 1 month sub and Fix'em Dude gifted the 1 month sub. Thank you also for following Testing Limits and FJ Cavazos. Thank you so much. As well as to Suspicious Tumble. Very appreciated. Welcome aboard, one and all. I'm a nerd / geek / dork ampersand interrobang. I'm throwing out punctuation. Ellipsis question mark. I'm more of a word nerd than anything. But a geek. And so everyone is welcome to join. Whether or not you like Star Wars, well, hang around with me and you'll enjoy it enough, I feel. Yes, absolutely. Here we go. Just as I promised, everyone's getting the popcorn. Everyone here, get some popcorn. Add points. All. Boop, 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 boop. Did I do the right amount of zeros? I can't count. I can't see. 2 million is what I promised. I promised 2. That's what I promised. I gotta stay true to my word. But if we go higher, let me put this. At one point, I was saying 100,000, and then I was like 200,000. Then it went to 1 million. Then it went to 5 million for real. I tell you what. I'll tell you what. Hey, Set to Build. Good to see you. Shout out to Set to Build. Give him a follow if you love Lego bricks. Set to Build. Look what I got today. It was on sale on Amazon. It was like half off. I got my orange space minifigure. I can't wait to order the rainbow minifigure array designed by Matthew Ashton. That looks amazing. That looks outstanding. I just love the minifigures. I love the color of the minifigures. It's incredible. Incredible. So I'll tell you what. In these hype trains, when we get the hype going, chugga. If we, like, the only time that we would do something like that would be, like, I don't know. It would have to be a very special occasion to do 5 million Perillo popcorn. It would have to be so special. So special. So special. You still gotta get that orange figure. That's the, I don't care about the book, dude. Like, I only care about the minifigure. That's it. That's it. That's this here, this piece of plastic is the reason I spent the money on the book. But I, of course, waited to save money on the book. Right? I wasn't going to spend full price. I figured I'd wait. Because typically they do go on sale. So, thank you, everybody, for participating in the hype train. If indeed you did have a chance to do that. Very appreciated. All the support that you're tossing this direction. Making it a banner night despite a relatively rocky start with the weird audio issues, and then the rant about distribution and exclusives of Star Wars figures. I'm looking at my claw here. Claw! Let me go ahead and throw out there that I am still in between shows. I tried looking for a new show to latch onto last night, and I'm all caught up on my shows. So now I'm, like, starting to watch movies that these services have posted. And I'm not sure the movies are, like, anything's really tripping my trigger. I'm like, they're okay. I gotta find something to watch in all my services. So, I'm taking recommendations, everybody. For new, potentially old shows that I have not yet seen. You think people enjoy Cranky Chris? Well, they must. Because let me tell you, you get me off on one topic, and I will go for an hour. Easily. Wind me up. You know how to wind me up. I mean, you can sit there and say, oh, Star Trek is better than Star Wars. I'm like, well, you know, yeah, I mean, I can see how this and that. I mean, that's not going to wind me up, right? You know, you give me an issue that's like a hot button issue for me, and like, I'm just... Software. Like I said, you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a software person through and through. And I expect my software to work. Like, when I set it up and it's working, I expect it to continue to work until I change it. You started watching the Clone Wars again? About to start season 4. Fair enough. Handmaid's Tale. I don't have Hulu. A Superstore. I don't think I've started that. Golden Girls, of course, is good. Frasier, absolutely. My So-Called Life. I'm not sure that's down my alley. Down my path. Up my nose. Interrobang. Ampersand. Ellipsis. Talk about The Expanse, and that will wind up... it's going to wind me... At this point, it's just like, ha, 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 it's a joke, right? I mean, that's the series. That's the whole series is a freaking joke. It's prep for parenting Jedi. Oh, fair enough. As someone who writes software for a living, I wish you the best of luck on the software working. Yeah, no doubt. Oh, man. So, here's what I'm going to try. Let me see if I can demonstrate a potential audio issue, okay? This... Give me a... I sound good. Now, I'm gonna do something that may mess up the audio. And if it does, tell me that the audio is worse, okay? Right now, I know it's good. But watch what happens... That was loud. Oh, I know why it was loud. Because I don't have my meters on. Oh, great. That didn't copy over, did it? Okay. Now is my audio crackly? Is it bad? Or is it the same? If it's the same... It's weird because I didn't change anything else. Bad? Crackle. See? Same microphone. Exact same microphone. Precisely the same microphone. Settings didn't change at all. The only difference was that I'm calling the microphone as the default microphone versus as a separate microphone on the... on the board, for the lack of a better word. So yeah, I don't know why, but now I've got to copy over like every one of the settings, because I know I may be running hot, and so yeah. I told you that's what I was trying to troubleshoot earlier, and I don't know why it was weird. But either way, it's seemingly been resolved. I'm not sure exactly how I want to. Hang on, do I copy filters? Filters. So I could add a compressor and limiter, noise gate, noise suppression, blah 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 blah. I haven't done that because I haven't necessarily needed to. I would listen to the output afterwards to know whether or not I was too hot, to be able to compress just a little bit or limit more than anything. Is it the mic or the PC? No, it's OBS. It's not a Blue Yeti, it's a Rode NT. Same microphone. Same software, same microphone, but the entry for it was different. So it's like something got messed up. Either way, I fixed it by not doing anything except use air quotes. Apple and Fangs for life. No doubt about that. The Golden Girls spinoff, The Golden Palace, only one season, all on YouTube. Oh, is it? I didn't know that. I remember watching it like once. But it didn't have the charm. Hey, the Mejeroni, thank you for following. Welcome aboard. Welcome into my play shop, Toshi Station. We have power converters if you are so interested or so inclined to have some power converters. Toshi Station? We have power come on. You printed the Ahsoka bust. I did it. It's max scale for the mini. Use the Prusa orange filament. Yeah, it looks great. Put it in 3D Printing Fun Discord. Awesome. Did I do mine at 100? Yeah, I think I did mine at 100. It's a nice model with no supports. This obviously needed supports because the legs are, baked onto the porg itself. But I couldn't have avoided avoided the supports on this porg. Thank you for following the Eye Nightmare. Did I ask my uncle first? Nah. I don't listen to my uncle ever. ever. Like, he says something, is like, warn you, go next to that, you watch it, you take away your blue milk, boy. I don't listen to that. Not for me. Plenty of power converters here. Can I print? What does a power converter look like? Do I need to 3D print a power converter? Say, welcome to Toshi Station. We have your power converters. Get your power converters here. Power converters. Set to build. Cool. Do your thing. Bob's your... Exactly. Bob's your uncle. I don't understand that. Who's Bob? Why is he my uncle all of a sudden? I don't need an uncle. Let alone an uncle named Bob. Not to offend anybody named Bob, who happens to be an uncle. But you're not my uncle. What am I making? Well, glad you asked. You've always wanted a 3D printer, but low-key worried I would break it. The Midgeroni, let me go ahead and let you know that a few people in your speeder, right? I was going to say your boat, but, you know, to stay with the Star Wars theme, your speeder, right? Felt the same way. Like me. I thought I'm not a hardware guy at all. I'm not a hardware person in any way, shape, or form. Like, no one would ever say, oh, Chris Prill, he loves hardware. Oh, my God. He just, he's a total hardware person. He loves the hardware. No one would say that about me. And if they did, they don't know me at all. So, I know nothing. And yet, here I am. It's not that hard. So I think what it boils down to, and everyone's got a different perspective on this, but what it boils down to is your budget, for one, and community support for another, as well as, of course, you know, your base level hardware. As far as I could tell, the Prusa Mini seems to be the least problematic out of all of them. I wouldn't say the most affordable, but least problematic. Easiest to use, easiest to get going with. And based upon my however many months of experience, it's not been that problematic. I've run into issues, but nothing that I couldn't navigate, honestly. And even being a little frightened, like, I don't know, man, I don't know. You're so bad with technology, though. Well, the Majoroni, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Don't let that be an impediment. I'm someone who is comfortable enough around tech. I don't love doing tech support. I generally like things to just work. Like, I don't want to tweak. I just like, hey, look, I set it up. I did it once. I don't want to mess with it again. Just work. That's the kind of person I am. Always have been. Always will be. My motivation isn't necessarily to say, ooh, look, I've got a 3D printer. I don't care. I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's okay. It works. What I care about is what it is that I'm doing. I care about the output. I care about saying, look, I am currently printing this. And you can tell what I'm printing because it's in Arabesh here. Not to give it away, but it is this. Okay. This is what it is. Using pink filament from Printed Solid. This is, as Liz said, a porg. It's a pink porg for my daughter. I can print one too, but I don't know if I'd do it in pink. This is 50%, because there's one that would be even larger, but I'm like, that'd be a little too large. I think we'll go with the smaller one, see how well it handles. I have a feeling the legs are going to snap. I really do. I kind of wish those legs had a little more reinforcement, but if it breaks, okay, well, we just glue it back on, and so be that. So yes, my daughter will be getting a pink porg. There's a lot you can do with 3D printing, and honestly, I scratched the surface. I will go as far as to say this. Now that you've followed, and you feel free, hang out on a regular basis, or as often as you can. I stream every night at 6 p.m., or at least attempt to, unless, you know, the technology gods are not in my favor. I ran into some audio issues that were on my side of things tonight that I believe I've mostly mitigated. I'm here every night at 6 p.m. And many of the people who do show up and hang out with me here in the stream know a hell of a lot more than I do about 3D printing. In fact, last night, Builder's Mark helped the person that we rated possibly figure out what kind of 3D printer she was going to get. So there's a shout out to Builder's Mark. Right there. Although Builder's Mark doesn't stream. But he is here on a very regular basis, if not every night. It's really nice. It's very nice. So I want to try something. I hope that this doesn't mess anything up. But give me a second. I'm going to try copying over the filters. Copy filters. Okay, is my audio crackly or is it fine? Because I'm testing something. Audio bad? Audio's fine. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well. Huh. Alright, well, so be it. Jedi. I copied over the filters from the microphone that I had that apparently was not corrupted, but something was going on with it, and I didn't want to mess with anything. Yeah, Testing, 1, 2, 3. Annoying Cine up with a little bit of ASMR. You're listening to Radio ASMR. Or if you're a pirate, ASMR. First a hot tub stream, now ASMR. This is quite the week. Well, I've done ASMR before. I mean, Cine Up he goes nuts. So I'm like, I respect Cine Up enough as a fellow Star Wars fan and collector, like, to not do that. Because the last thing I want to do is, like, alienate. I mean, there's things I'm going to do, like, hey, look, I'm not going to not talk about Star Wars. It's just not going to happen. Like, that's a line. But, like, in terms of doing things that are annoying, that would be too annoying, not into it. So, can I do a whole ASMR stream? Possibly. Thought about doing, hey, thank you for following Ryan Doobie. Or is it Dubby? Ryan Dubby? Doobie? Ryan Dub Y? Raya Doobie? Ryandaby? I'm going to try to say your username in every possible variation that I can until I get it right. And watch me not get it right. No, actually, it's Ryand Ubby. Ryand Ubby. Just my luck. I said it right? Which way? You can't just say I said it right. I said it like 17 different ways. Ryan Doobie. Is that it? Did I get my instinct? At least you don't have like a number in the middle. Like numbers, I can take at the end. That's easy because I can I'll say RC Maniac instead of RC Maniac 25 or Cine Up instead of Cine Up 76. But like when you throw like numbers like right in the middle, it's like F4Q 17 SMP Z64 says. Yeah, ASMR is out of stock. It's been out of stock. I think it's still there, but it's like we're not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't want to annoy people. I know that's very odd for me to say because that's generally what I do. That's my modus operandi, right? See, look, freaking Anakin Skywalker back here can't keep his balance. I thought you were supposed to bring balance to the Force. I can't. Bubblegum would fix that? Yeah, probably. I probably need to print more of those Star Wars Black Series stands. I've got one of them that I printed. I need to print out another one. I ended up slicing it in half because I thought the first one was taller than it really needed to be. But having one of those, I think, would work better. A Star Wars Black Series, printing one of those. You remember watching the streams on Justin TV? Yes, and calling in. Found you tonight by chance. Had to stop by. Ryan W. Doobie. God bless it. I had your name right the first time. God. Ryan. That was probably on Ustream. Quite alright. I am live every night at 6 p.m. So, cool thing is that you could forget about me for like a decade, and I'd probably still be back here. Well, maybe, I don't know if I'm going to be doing it for a decade every night at 6 p.m., but for the indefinite future, 6 p.m. every night. Right here. So now that you're following, and you got your notifications turned on, I probably spammed the hell out of everybody's notifications tonight, going live 4 times. Oh my god. That was an accident. Decaf much? Oh, I wish. If I could find decaf that did not taste like AF. Ugh. Bleh. Okay, I don't want to offend anybody, so let me... Oh, yeah, I don't want that. A sleazy or unpleasant person. I want to use skank. Skank is skank offensive? I said, why does decaf taste like skank? What's another word that I could use? I don't want to say ass, because that would definitely offend people. Skank isn't that offensive, I don't think. Thank you, Big Sports Fan, for hanging. Just heard Chris commit to 10 years of being live every night at 6 p.m. No! No, I did not. I'm just saying. Swamp water? No, that's boring. It's got to be a fun, punchy word. Like, why does decaf taste like formaldehyde? Because I think they use formaldehyde. Dark water? Isn't that the what is it? Black water? What do they call it? Like, dirty water? What is it? Why does decaf taste like armpit? There we go. Armpit's that's not offensive. I guess armpit. Armpit works. Like, people will get it, right? You can't say elbow. Elbow is like, that's not offensive. Like, armpit? Armpits are very offensive. Like, incredibly offensive. The Majoroni says, okay, I'm going to head out for a quick workout. Be back. Hey, man, you work out for both of us, because this is as much of a workout as I get. I don't work out. I don't even work in. I work, period. That's enough. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough for my body? It's hard enough that, you know, I have to limit my coffee intake. Now they want me to work out. Well, if you don't work out, you're going to die, you know, a year before you normally would. I'm like, well, it depends on how my life's going at that point. Like, what if my life sucks at that age? I'm going to wish that, you know, I did all those wrong things. I don't know. I definitely do not want to, like, fade into the sunset. Like, and I'll tell you, not to cross these streams, but I still have dreams, like, I'm not going to say every week, but on a very regular basis, seemingly, about Pixie. She was the dog that was in my life for 15, 16 years. She passed away earlier this year in February. I didn't live stream her death, but I did her last couple of days. And she was, man, I just feel so, I feel bad that that's how she went. You know, like, she was definitely past her time, and I feel somewhat selfish if I held on to her longer than I needed to. And I think that plagues me. I really do, because I've dreamt about her. I've had dreams where she's there in, you know, one way, shape, or form. I think about Pixie far more frequently than I did Wicket. Far more frequently. So what I'm saying is, I don't want to get to the point where I'm a Pixie, right? And people are holding on to me. I'm like, no, dude, just come on, let me go. Let me go. You can have all my Star Wars stuff. I can't take it with me. People are like, hey, you know, you can't take all this stuff with you. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm buying it now. That's why I'm enjoying it now. I can't take it with me. I'm not going to wait. Am I going to wait until I'm on my deathbed before I'm like, you know, I kind of wish I would have bought that Star Wars figure? No. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to enjoy it now. You remember Pixie as a puppy and her brother Wicket. Legends, such good puppies. Oh, well, Pixie was a good puppy. Pixie was. Wicket was a little devil, let's say. Should have named him Damien. Yeah, I really, the funny thing is I loved Wicket. I don't miss Wicket. I miss both of them. But I definitely miss Pixie. Not to say that I love one child more than another, but I kind of did. It's true. Oh, Wicket. Wicket. Yeah, it's just, I get these passing thoughts, fleeting thoughts. And I do wonder if I don't know, I'm not to say that she run herself into the ground, but she was on borrowed time. I already knew she was on borrowed time. But it is what it is. And it is what it is. You remember them from the vlog. Yeah, fair enough. Interesting. Never got that feeling from the Ustream or YouTube videos. Oh, yeah. Wicket? Oh, my God. Wicket was what they would call a problem child. Am I getting a new dog? It's not really up to... Would I do it? I probably would. I think Diana wants to wait a while. I'm like, I'm good with getting a dog. I've had a dog in my life for forever, right? Like, you jumping from one dog to the next, right? I'm okay with waiting, too. I mean... We don't have to worry about messes right now. Jedi's, I think, not old enough to be responsible. Maybe when she gets to the point where she could help with that kind of responsibility, it would be a viable option. We want to do some changes to our backyard anyway. Not that, you know, having a dog would make it that much more difficult, but... do I like Transformers? I enjoy the Transformers, I do. I don't collect Transformers as a habit. The only Transformers I've ever collected that I wanted to collect were the Super 7.5 POA Transformers. Love those. Those are really friggin' cool. BRB, talk bad about me. No, I'm going to talk bad about you, Builder's Mark. Come on. Oh, Stretch, thank you so much. Your dog Duke passed away about a month before Pixie did. Just got another dog about 2 weeks ago. Oh, Hollywood in 3D. That's awesome. Yeah, Diana wasn't really a dog person. I mean, she inherited Wicket and Pixie, and I would say knew them about half of their lives. So, I mean, they were as much her dogs as they were mine. If, you know, you could be, you know, someone who possesses an animal. I mean, they were shared responsibility. I'm used to that kind of responsibility. And I do miss a dog, but, you know, I don't miss certain things about having a dog either. Oh, got a Vader time? Fair enough. Have I printed any Transformers as you want to? So I printed some logos, like some templates to send off to my nieces and nephews. But the next one I want to print is a Teletran 2. I think the Decepticon computer. I want to print that in purple. I do want to print. That's the next one I'm going to print, I think. Maybe not the next item I'm going to print this week, but that is on my horizon. I'm sorry to report this, folks, but we're all out of ASMR, and we are not getting any more of it in stock. Again, sorry for this inconvenience. Now, back to my regularly scheduled program, where I drink coffee and watch Radar. Everybody knows that! So there are people who do print like big objects like Transformers and mechas and that kind of thing. And one of the people is Same Old Shane. So I'm going to tell you, go follow Same Old Shane. Oh, he's not here. Shout out to Same Old Shane. Give him a follow. And then he's probably someone that you would enjoy watching because he gets into a lot of that kind of thing. Dan NL. I haven't done many Transformer things because I haven't found many that I'm like, oh yeah, that would be kind of neat. Maybe, you know, I'd probably be inclined if I could get like a series of the Transformers heads. I know I'm all about the Transformers that don't transform, but the heads, I'd probably print those out. I'd be interested in doing that. That'd be just the heads. That'd be kind of cool. Having all the Transformers, I don't know what I'd do with them, but that'd be fun. Maybe some coins, I guess. Yes, thank you for following Marty Pants 89. Welcome. So glad you're here. I don't know why you're here. You can tell me. Feel free to tell me. Or, you know, just continue to lurk. It's completely up to you. Don't stress out. Don't strain yourself. If you're a nerd or a geek, you are among nerds and geeks. There are people here who are not nerds and geeks. I know that. They pretend to be nerds and geeks, but they're not really nerds and geeks, but they hold their own. So, do I follow the Marble Machine X on YouTube? I do not. I don't know what that is. Someone who's into marbles, unless he loses them or she. Yeah, see? Someone noted that the reason why decaf tastes like armpit, it's formaldehyde. Oh. It isn't roasted properly, someone says. People treat it like armpit when it has the same quality as the normal caffeine beans. Yeah, well, I've yet to taste anything that was decaf that was so somewhat normal. Normal. Abby, normal. A porg? Yeah, why not? Why not, Amish? Tell me why not. Porgs are cool. I'm the only one who hey, is it Star Wars? Awesome! You want to print Megatron's throne, but you need a 3D printer first. Ah, yes, Dan, that would be... You could, probably do it individually. What is it, Shapeways? Allows you to outsource that. You might be able to find someone locally, like Amish Ace did. By the way, shout out to Amish Ace. Another streamer here. Google Winter Gatan. Okay, I might have to do that. How could I? Yeah, like I said, the only one that I found from Transformers that I might be interested in printing is I want to say Teletran 2. Like the Decepticon computer, and I thought it would go really well alongside my 5 POA Super 7 Transformer figures, because they don't actually transform. But that's why I like them. That's why it's like they're really cool. They're very much like the cartoon that I grew up with. Very much. I would have loved those as a kid. Loved them more than the quote unquote real Transformers. I know I'm an outlier that way. This is obviously Amish Ace's own opinion, but I felt they were just thrown in there for comedic relief, like how it comes naturally with the other Marvel movies in the Disney model. Well, the Porg originated because, what was it, puffins that were native to, is it Michael Skellig? The island that is Octo, that we knew, or Octu, from The Last Jedi. And it was easier to keep those birds in the scene than it would have been to digitally, eliminate them. It kind of added a little bit of personality to the island, too, so I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. I wish we got a Caretaker figure, I can tell you that much right now. But that's why. They were actually puffins, I want to say. Let me check. Puffins, Porg. Yep, that was it. Porgs and puffins. Yep, worked for me. I was okay with it. Yeah, true, you should check out the new Red series for TF, as they're the same. I've heard about them, but honestly, I mean, as much as they'd be cool, they're big, and I tend to like the smaller things. They would be a little large for me, and I'm very satisfied with the 5 POA series from Super 7. I hope they do more, certainly. I don't know if they're going to do more. I didn't even chase down all the chases and the exclusives, but I don't know. It was a neat idea to 5 POA them. So I like the figures of Transformers. But the bigger ones, the bigger they are, the less likely I am to get them. I know, but it's true. Like, the bigger something is, the less likely I am to be interested in getting it. Thank you for following Dylan Bry 114. So glad you're here, because Dylan Bry 113 is a total jerk. But, you know, you're okay, because you're Dylan Bry 114, but not Dylan Bry 113. We can't stand Dylan Bry 113. True, I did forget about that fact. I'm actually regretting not getting the Lego model to complete my collection. Got it retired pretty quickly. I don't know which one, but the Porg minifigure, because it's not really a minifigure, in my humble opinion. It's just pieces. It's not. I mean, you get a unique Porg head, but I don't know. Unless it's this type of figure, I don't count it as a figure. It's Lego, and it's Lego compatible, and it's figure-ish, but this is a figure, right? I'll even count like a mini doll as a minifigure. But as far as a Porg or a battle droid are concerned, yeah. You were like, it was like Porg UCS scale. Oh yeah, that's a big one. That was a huge one. Oh, that one, never mind. That didn't retire quickly. That was around for a while. It was on sale too. I had not chased down any of those, like, at all. Didn't bother with them. I mean, I did the Darth Vader one, obviously, but thank you for following X8. Did I get that right? I'm not very good at reading usernames sometimes, especially for the first time. But X8, so happy I nailed it. God, I feel like, you know, I'm not a total failure today. You know, you ever had one of those days like where no matter what you do and no matter what you accomplish, it doesn't matter. You might have succeeded at getting the microwave properly ordered and scheduled to be installed. You might have succeeded in getting Jedi's prescription to better order backup glasses. You might have succeeded at facilitating a return to Amazon. You might have succeeded at hitting all the marks. You might have succeeded at doing all your meetings. You might have succeeded at completing all your tasks, but you still feel like you failed, right? So it's just nice to know that I got your username right. What I'm saying is for getting your username right and saying it right the first time, I don't feel like a failure. So thank you for that. The figures are figuring what figures to figure. Go figure. Now I'm telling you, dude, like the Porg minifigure is not. It's a smattering of pieces. I should probably grab them. I've got it over there. I don't have all the Porg figures. There were some that were not available to me out in an affordable set. The most affordable would have been the Vintage Collection Millennium Falcon, which I saw at Target on sale for like 33% off, and I still passed on them. Like, it's really big, and I like it, but now if it was half off, I probably would have snapped it up. You tried minifigures before? I think the only problem I had was the arms, but I can't remember. Wait, for what? I'm not actually printing a minifigure. Like, you know, I don't generally do that. Like, I collect minifigures, like the licensed minifigures, but what I'm printing now is absolutely not a minifigure. It is a figurine, a pink Porg, that I think my daughter, or at least I hope my daughter, gets a kick out of. But this is gonna be somewhat tall, right? Not, I don't know what scale it would be, but I figured, you know, I could give it to my daughter. She'll look at it for a second, and go, okay, neat, and then move on. I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't spend that much time on it. But typically speaking, I'm 3D printing something new here every night, right around 6 p.m. Usually talking about Star Wars, enjoying Star Wars, wanting to talk about Star Wars. It is a gyroid infill. Yes, 15%. I probably could have gone less, especially in the middle, but I haven't quite mastered that yet. I haven't learned that particular process. I only started 3D printing 3 or 4 months ago, But I've been 3D printing something new ever since then. When I do my streams on Twitch every night, I've got a bit of experience under my belt, but not that much. I'm still learning. But I tend to print items that I could not get any other way. So, for example, am I going to print a Mandalorian that looks like this and paint a Mandalorian that looks like this? No, probably not, because I could buy one, right? And I can articulate, and it looks great, and the high quality stuff. So that's fine. But in terms of a Porg at this scale, specifically in this color, all right. Well, we got a reason to try it. This was modeled not long after the world first saw Porgs. Before The Last Jedi movie was released. That's the way I read the description for the Porg on the website, and so I figured I'd give it a shot. Website where you can just buy minifigures? Yeah, but the question I have is, are they licensed? How do you know if they're licensed? I don't want to get a bootleg. That's my problem. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all about, like, getting figures. Ooh, really? Hang on, is this for real? Brick Owl? I'm gonna have to ask, what's his name about that? Set to Build, see if he knows anything about it. Set 75192, Millennium Falcon, with most expensive LEGO set for Star Wars. Yeah, but I didn't want it. Didn't want it. The Mos Eisley Cantina, I wanted. Why? The exclusive minifigures. I've opened so many Lego sets that I wish I didn't open. Because I'm like, ah, man, it would have been worth more if I just kept it in the box. I mean, they're open. They're out. Like the Ghost and the Phantom. I guess that's worth bank now. What was that first guy called? Same old Shane. Hang on. He's into that kind of thing. Lots of sites you can buy individual Lego pieces. Yeah, Diana does that, although sometimes she'll order directly from Lego as replacement pieces. Or for, replacement pieces. Yeah, I like printing things like with, fun greebles and, just random objects. Just something to start, just Star Wars themed fun. But I don't necessarily paint. I don't necessarily do too much customization. I also don't do a lot of everything. Most of what I print is smaller. That's me. That's how I do it. This is how I do it. Sorry. Ow. You get used to the sounds of the 3D printer. The dulcet tones of the 3D printer. I think back in all the years, that I was collecting, and my motivation for buying anything was more often than not related to a figure or a figurine. It's never been anything short of that. Which is really funny to me, but it's a commonality. I don't know. There's more figures than figurines. Figurines I wasn't always a fan of. Kind of kicking myself for that. Trust me, I'm kicking myself for making a lot of decisions, silly decisions that I made. I've got the Mask song in my head for a few different reasons. I thought about getting some Mask stuff for Jedi to play with. I think she'd get a kick out of it. But finding mask anything at an affordable price, not as easy as you'd think. Well, you would if you knew that, like, you know, it's they're not exactly cheap. But I don't need to see. D. Randolph notes you're getting a lot of ringing in that print. Might need a little tuning. Okay, how? What would I tune? What does that mean? It's printing? I can see what you're talking about, but I'm not sure what I would need to do to mitigate it. See, every time I go to tune anything, I tend to make things worse. Yeah, it is kind of like the old dot matrix days, Cine up. You're right. You're absolutely right. How often would I say the printer fails? I lose a print? Not often. Usually it's PEBCAC, like my problem. I screw things up. I've done that a couple times, but that's not the printer's fault. I screw up more than the printer does. That's no joke. So it's not that often. Really not. I had one issue a while ago, about a month or so ago, where it was doing this real random crash, and it turns out it may have been something related to the USB stick being corrupted. So I switched USB sticks, and it's been fine. Haven't had that issue since. You almost miss hearing your printer, but silent steppers are a beautiful thing. The supports look under-extruded. They might be. Everything else is fine. It might just be the model because of how little material is actually holding it stable. It's working. But then again, most of my supports print like that. Those supports don't look any different from other supports that I've had. I don't know. So you're telling, I love it. So you're telling me, oh, you may need to tune it. Okay, how? A tuning fork? Is that a thing I don't know exist? You can't just. Hey, David, give me credit. I am using Jessie PLA. Give me credit. Give me credit. I bet the layers look okay from the side. What layers? No, they look the same. This is a 0.15 mm layer height, by the way. Doesn't look any different from how I've seen it. You're right. You're probably right. I flip back and forth between a lot of different filament now. And, you know, I don't exactly do too much adjustment in between. You're wondering if the E-steps are off. Villabongs, couldn't tell you. Don't know. It's possible. With me, it's probable. But being someone who generally doesn't mess with that kind of thing, the answer is likely. You know, if it comes out and I can tell what it is, generally I'm okay. Generally I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's great. So, ringing. How to fix ringing in 3D printer. Ghosting, ringing. 3 easy fixes. Well, those sample models aren't as bad as... Those sample models are worse than what I see. Vibrations. Interesting. Tighten your belts. Okay. They should be tight. How would I adjust my belt? Print slower. Fair enough. Find a solid... Well, I got a solid base. I'm looking for shaking right now. I don't really see shaking. I can try to adjust the belt. I'm not going to do it right now, obviously. I bet if you printed at 0.2, it would look a little better, because if you don't have the flow rate well tuned and do thin layers, you can make problems show up a little more. Oh, fair. Well, good to know. If it's belts, then he would see the ringing in one axis. So a 0.2? I guess it wouldn't have diminished the quality any layer height-wise. But yeah, this is a 0.15 with about 10 minutes left to go. Not sure I'm inclined to do another one because no one's really asked for it, but then to get rid of ringing or ghosting, the first thing is slow down by 25% to 50. That's what I was reading, so. But, you know, I think my daughter will like it. I don't think she's going to complain. It's like, what am I going to do with pink? I'm like, oh, I can print things that I didn't have in pink. Things that you can't get in pink. Like a Porg. Why not? Assuming this thing completes properly. I could do another one in 0.2 mm layer height. See how it turns out. I don't necessarily have an issue with it, but we'll see what she says about this one. Because she may ask for a second one. She's like, could I have another one? Could I have another Porg? I'm like, oh man. See, if I were to do one of these for myself, let me take some of my Grogu lip balm. I would probably do one. This is 50% of the original model. I'd probably do one even smaller than this, or want to. My concern is specifically the legs. I worry about them potentially even being too thin, even for this particular model. Y'all are a quiet bunch tonight. Y'all don't like to talk much, do you? I expect you. Diana's blending something. I was like, what the heck is she doing down there? She made, I don't need this crap. Mask. Da 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 da. Mask. Da 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 da. Mask. Da 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 da. Oh, what are we doing? Pink. There you go. That's pink, dude. Like, here's the pink button. That's as pink as it gets. Because the step up is purple. This is why I'm curious about the stuff that CNC Kitchen has tried where it works like a vision test. You print out some specific G-code, pick which one came out the best, and then after a few more tests, selection of the best, it generates a profile for you. Oh, interesting. You have a pile of about 50 calibration cubes from when I was tuning my printers. Oh, interesting. Well, wouldn't it matter a lot on filament and then layer height and speed, I suppose? I did not do a Vader tester. Need to do a Vader tester when I got the pink on the plate. Print it off. Need more Vader in my life, don't you know? Knock it off. Chris is gonna leave the mission. And Vader's got such supervision. You became well known on your printer's forum for all the cubes you printed. I kind of wish they had like a Star Wars cube. Like, I'd print more calibration cubes if they were Star Wars cubes. There's your challenge. Make a Star Wars themed calibration cube so I don't feel like I'm wasting the filament. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're not wasting it, you're tuning. I'm like, I don't know what I'm tuning! Also, think about this model. It's really only be supported by this tiny chicken legs. It's true. But it doesn't look any different from similar prints that I've done. I mean, it's working. But I guess you're telling me it could work better, so. Adding a logo makes that hard to determine. Yeah. Well, no. You can do the, you can do chance cubes, I suppose. You could do the, Sabak dice. Gives you logos. Something with Arabesh on the symbols on each side. Someone can do it. I issue the challenge. I'm issuing the challenge. I'm throwing it out there. I need to print a Porg Borg. Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be an interesting mashup there, Mystery Goat. You know what? If someone did that, I'd probably print a Porg Borg. A pink Porg Borg. You want to run before you can walk because you don't like walking. No, not really. Like I said, I'm looking at this and I think y'all see something different than I do. I mean, you may see that there are, you know, lines and everything, but I'm like, I guess I haven't known it any differently across a variety of models and filaments. So. There's some porg crotch for you. It looks good, but you know that printer can do better. Really? It can do better than this? See, that's the thing is, if I don't know what I'm calibrating, I could tweak the wrong thing and make it worse. So if I were to do this again, what I might be, I would check the belt. I don't know, maybe it's something on the desk, but the desk should not be moving at all. I'd check the belt. I'd try it at 0.2 mm layer height and also potentially slow it down by 25% to see how it comes out. Best thing to come out of the new trilogy are Porg, Mystery Goat, you say? I like the Sith Troopers. Start with software changes before worrying about hardware. That's fair. That I can handle. The 0.2 mm layer height. Shocks me that it would make that much of a difference, but what do I know? Nothing. Nothing, apparently. Yeah, and the only way it's stuck are just the only thing that's keeping it on the bed in place are the supports and the feet. That's it. With a minute left to go. I'd say we should introduce you to Filament Frenzy. Oh. I don't know. Hey, Iris Amelia. Good to see you again. Welcome back. The pink porg is about to finish. I feel it's good, but I guess I could have done better. You're so excited for the pink porg? Well, I'm going to see... my daughter doesn't know I'm doing this. But it didn't take that long. I mean, even at 0.15 mm layer height, it took 2 hours, 21 minutes. Not that long at all. And that's without, changing it any infill settings or anything. That's the thing I want to learn how to do. Well, you'd think I'd get dad points. I don't know. She'd probably look at it like, okay, and then move on. I love we got a little alfalfa up there. I can probably get rid of that there. I should just use tools, but I'm bad at this. FF is known for getting filament printer calibration down to a section that says prints look good or better than injected molded prints. Wow, really? That's incredible. Yeah, I know, you think it looks rough. I don't know. I guess... I don't. It seems fine to me. Until I have something better. Then it's like, oh yeah, that first one was horrible. Those dang legs. And I already know the bottom's gonna be chewed up. But get my tools out here. Just like painting minis, yeah, no doubt. Well, the thing about this particular one is it's a lot of surface. There's not a lot of detail in the porg. It's just the porg itself. And there's not a lot that was keeping it attached. So, I don't know if I'd want to do a brim. I don't know if I'd want to do more supports. I don't think I'd want to do a raft. But it is what it is. How you doing, Iris? Just be careful here. I think it looks fine. I don't know, but then again, I look at everything that's 3D printed, and just in my head, it's like, it's a certain quality. You're doing an impromptu charity stream. Fair enough. What's the charity stream about? Do tell. Shout out to Iris Amelia. I don't know if Liz had to pop away for a bit, but she's back. Shout out. Double shout out. Oh yeah. Be careful, Chris. This is not a race. Do not want to break the leg. Wouldn't you hate to get like this far and like all of a sudden the leg goes snap? Like, no! It's like the damn Gonk droid friggin' all over again. Pretty much flew through all the gold. So Iris says, I'll keep it short. My mom unexpectedly died last July from COVID. Oh, she was a social worker, raising money for AIDS research. Her clients included HIV, AIDS, adolescents, and young adults. Tomorrow's her birthday. She'd have been 63. Wow. You know, I gotta tell you, I'm still gravely concerned we are not out of the woods with this stuff. That is a very noble thing to do, Iris. Very noble. That is, I will tell you this. I will just say this. Like, if my daughter did something like that as a father, I would be incredibly proud. Alright. We have removed all the supports from the Porg. Supporgs. Not oh, wow. Those are very thin legs. Holy schmidt. There we go. We have Porg. And honestly, I would say that this is no different from the other prints that I've done in terms of in terms of like the rings. But here we go. Let me go ahead and flip to the primary view. Perfect. No, but Porgfict? Yeah, see, there's the butt. It was going to look like that. That was inevitable. Even the artists showed it. I could sand that, right? I could sand it down, but it wouldn't even be worth it. The legs are very thin. That is my chief concern with this particular model. And it's more pink. This Jessie PLA is even more pink than the camera is even showing. How long before Jedi breaks a leg? That I don't know. So I'm gonna tell her, I'm like, you've got to be very careful. Like you can stand it up, and you got to be very careful with it because these legs are very delicate and they could break. They're very, very delicate. So and you know what? And even if she does break it, I'll glue it. Tell her to give it to a friend, and I'll print a new one with the new settings. You see what I'm saying? So it's a win-win-win situation. So, we've got a pink Porg. Us 3D printing folks, hang on. What did David say? Get picky on prints, but those with tiny legs, I could see why it got the ringing. Oh, yeah. I don't know. See, but that's the thing is, I'm a horrible 3D printer. I am. I'm horrible. Because I see it, I'm like, that looks so cool. I'm really bad. I'm bad at collecting. I'm bad at streaming. I'm bad at 3D printing. Like, I don't fit the mold. Literally, I just do not fit the mold. In any way, shape, or form. I'm good. Like, I'm like... Getting something more perfect? Yeah, I'll get there eventually. The next thing I wanted to do is a Vader tester, though. That's for sure. Tomorrow... Give me a second. Who the heck is that? Can I do that or not? I don't think I've done one of these. Yeah, I haven't. I'm gonna do some Kyber Crystals. Gonna do some Kyber Crystals now. Well, to know the best option would be to turn the model 90% print. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna worry about it. I looked at those options when I was slicing. I actually found like a Jedi ring, but it would not have worked well, especially with my nozzle. But I did look at this one and like I was like, if I lay it on the back, then I'd have to use supports on the legs and it would print up. I felt like the best option was just to stand it up. In this particular instance, I felt it was just way easier to stand it up. You personally love the fiddling while tuning, but I'm weird and like troubleshooting. I'm like, yeah, I hate troubleshooting. I can do it well. I can't. I am an experienced troubleshooter. It's not my favorite. I like puzzles. I enjoy puzzles. But in terms of... by the way, Iris Amelia, thank you for the cheer. I did miss that. Thank you so much for the cheer, Iris. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. And Iris, I also hope that you saw Liz's comment. It looks like you did. Okay, good. Just making sure you saw it. Yeah, look at No More 3 is never going to gamble anything, nor will Uber Superfly. And Mark H is just happy as a clam. And I'm sitting there, I'm glad I'm top 5. Oh, sorry. I've tried to mitigate that, and nothing I do gets rid of that. Alright, RC Maniac, fair enough. I feel, you know, I mean, it's not my responsibility to support others, but like, if I can help in any way, shape, or form by doing one thing or another, and it doesn't put me in some kind of situation, then I'm usually happy to do it. So, for example, when someone who streams comes in and comments and they're saying hello, I'd like to do the shout out thing so that they get promoted, right? So that people who are watching the chat might find out that somebody else happens to exist and stream. You know, you never know. I don't know if that necessarily works in terms of gaining followers, but even talking through and getting to know other streamers and what they're doing, you know, that's great. Or even down to like when we do raids, like sometimes, I mean, we've raided a variety of people, but I like raiding the people that we know, and we do that somewhat frequently, but I also really enjoy raiding people that we don't yet know. So one example would be the raid last night. She was cosplaying, and she was, you know, like she was building like this foam. She was like crafting this foam costume, and it was outstanding. It was amazing. And then she ended up raiding us tonight, which was equally as awesome. But the best thing to come out of that wasn't necessarily, I think, in my mind, just sharing the community, but the best thing to come out of the whole situation was Builder's Mark from our channel here in the pushover to that channel basically helped her potentially figure out maybe or figure out a little more what kind of printer she might want to be getting. So to be able to take that, you know, I guess extend the support model, that support mechanism, I'm happy to at least have facilitated it. Lord knows I couldn't do it. Every day I seem to learn something new, and there are things that I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I don't feel like I'm pushing towards perfection. I'm not in a rush to get something exactly perfect, at least in this instance. The port. Right now I'm printing Kyber Crystals, like the ones I've done like a billion times over, like I've done them before. The black Kyber Crystal. I printed this one. This is not from Galaxy's Edge. This is not a licensed Kyber Crystal. Nor is the gold. I love gold Kyber Crystal. I've got to print some. Well, I already have a white one. Got a white Kyber Crystal. Perfect for Ahsoka there. And I have a... That was fast. I've got that song in my head. It is stuck in my head because I found there was a tweet that had a really cool song in it. You all gotta hear this. because it is in my head now. It was a game that you could play. It was a game. Here, I'm copying the tweet. You're gonna love it. I loved it. I'm gonna have to pause that. Give me a second. I want to hear it because this is really freaking cool. Bagpipes? Hey, Dewey. Wasn't that great? Okay, I thought it was great. Sorry about the loudness up front. I didn't realize it was going to be that loud. I'm like, oh my god, that's loud. Dewey. Fix him, dude. Totally. Like I read. Like if you want to know the link, just check my Twitter account. Here, hang on. Let me. Here, there you go. Did I see the pics you posted in Toy Photography? I did not, because Toy Photography is generally a Reddit feed on my Discord server. But let me scroll through here. Hang on. Oh wow. Oh man, that's an old. Oh man, those figures are not in good shape at all. Those are definitely, like, those are beyond beaters. Ooh. Yikes. Yeah, there's some in there that are pretty decent, but, like, those have definitely seen better days. One of those is not a Star Wars figure, though. I couldn't tell you what that one was. Yoda, I think, has got the Emperor's cane there, but... yeah, it's cool, but... yeah, those are not in good shape. A lot of paint rubs. Definitely wear and tear. Yeah, not a lot of weathering. Yeah, you might with that lot, you might be able to fetch $50, maybe 50. Krillin64, thank you for hanging. Thank you, appreciate it. maybe 50. Those are definitely what they, okay, in parlance, the term to use would be beaters. Those would be considered beaters. It's not a bad thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with beaters, but beaters generally don't. They sell to people who collect beaters. I'm going to see if I'm going to look around some local roasters to try to find some better decaf. I'm kind of wondering. Oh god, Filament Frenzy replied to you, RC Mania. It could be anything. Partially clogged nozzle, extruder slipping due to tension, could be friction and spooling, heat creep, crap filament, that's not it. Could be over extruding, PTFE sealing not correct. My advice, Prusa support. I'm like, it doesn't, I'm not bothered by it. I guess maybe I need to slow it down and change layer. And if I were to do it again, I'd slow it down and choose a different layer height. That seems like way too much. Like, oh my god. If you want them, you can have them. Just pay shipping. Dewey 1984, that's so kind of you. Hey, Big Jano. Shout out to Big Jano. Yeah, I printed this earlier tonight. This just wrapped up. It was a question of people saying that there's a lot of ringing, and I'm like, it doesn't bother me as much as it might bother others. But a pink porg, very tiny legs. It didn't have much support to begin with, which could have been the reason. 0.15 mm layer height. Reminds me a lot of the Doughboy or the Stormtrooper Stay Puft Marshmallow figurine that I did. Although it had like thicker legs, but yeah, that one. See Jedi when Jedi comes up here, when she sees it, we'll see how she does. We'll see if she gets excited. That's the ultimate goal. Right now, I'm doing some pink Kyber crystals because I can. Ooh, thangs. I think you gotta do bang thangs on its own line. You can have shipping. How much might shipping be from there? You know, I'd probably... I don't know. I gotta look again. By the way, everyone, for those who are asking what we're talking about, let me go ahead and copy a link. You can jump over into the Discord server. These are the photos that he's talking about. He's got a few Star Wars beaters. And I mean, if I saw them while thrifting, like, I might go, oh yeah, that, you know, I might pick that up. That Stormtrooper and Luke have definitely seen better days. That poor Momane Dawn. The Jedi figures, of course, look better because they're newer. Like Akbar and Rebel Commando. Here, I'll reply on Discord just so you can see. Don't want that to get buried. My dang Canadian... No, the Canadian parcel isn't here. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. And I learned today that I get a wellness day off next Friday. Like, people in our organization get the day off next Friday for wellness. What am I going to do on a free friggin' Friday? What am I going to do? See, Jedi's going to want a pink Kyber Crystal. I think. At least I'd hope. If not, I mean, maybe I'm nuts. Maybe it's just like, I thought they were cool. Looking up zip code. Oh, yeah, my shipping address is here on my profile page. If you look on the profile page. But there's the mailing address. Here. Oops. Sorry, that was the wrong reply. Daddy-daughter date with Jedi. It's possible. If she's down. Go out and do an adventure together. Maybe we'll do a good old-fashioned toy run. Haven't done one of those in ages. It's a long friggin' day. A long day. Because I go out and I hit, like, the various stores looking for, like, oh, yeah, this. Oh, yeah, that. Fred's getting a Canadian parcel, too. Oh, so cool. I'd say I'm jealous, but I guess you're sending one. You're getting to all the streamers there, Liz, huh? Oh. I'm looking for... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Here's what let's do. Let's do this. I'm going to try... Go over to the quad view here. Oh, that OBS Ninja is still up, huh? I don't know if Mask Kenner is going to yield anything. Yeah. Finding mask accessories is impossible because you've got to, like... M-A-S-K... Yeah, it's not gonna work. I've thought about getting a couple for Jedi to fiddle with. No, not... Oh, my jeez. Wow. Condor's complete. Oh, it's T-Bob's in that one. Boy, these Kenner toys go for nuts. Look at that. Oh, that's a good... That's pretty decent. $17.50 with 2 bids. Mask Kenner Toys lot. I'm so glad I got all the figures. And I'm so glad I'm not into chasing this stuff down because, oh my god, I would go nuts. I had Firecracker and Hurricane. Oh, that's a good set there. But $150. $150. Free shipping, though. You know what I should have done is this. Not best match. Ship me lowest first. No, I did. Here, this is what I did. Alright, tell Jedi I got something for her then. You gotta be careful. She's gotta be...
Yeah, the legs.
Yeah, the legs are really delicate. But I figured if they snap, then we can glue it and then give it to a friend and then I can reprint.
What's this? Little boats.
Not little boats. Little boats.
Miniature boats. So cute.
Those are Kyber Crystals. What?
Million said that.
Wait. A Jedi watched Attack of the Clones? Again?
No, because,
Wait, okay. What's going on?
the dad had said that they had started Return of the Sith.
The Revenge of the Sith, yeah.
Revenge of the Sith,
Mm-hmm.
but it was too scary.
Okay.
So, I think they were going to try again tonight with Jedi,
Okay.
but they ended up going to Attack.
Okay.
I don't know if Jedi made that decision or... Because, you know, she likes...
There's a lot of romance in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. So Million said that she liked it except for Anakin died.
No, he doesn't. Anakin doesn't die.
No.
That's Revenge of the Sith, dude.
Darth Vader.
Again, that's Revenge of the Sith.
Wait. Maybe they did watch Revenge of the Sith.
Anakin turns into Darth Vader, dude.
Amidala is in...
Phantom Menace.
That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
She's not in any other one?
I mean, she's in every... Padme's in every one of them, yeah.
I don't know what they watched. She just said that it was sad.
Well, they get married at the end of one. At the end of... Or, sorry, at the end of Attack of the Clones.
Do you know Jenna's favorite Star Wars movie?
No. She hasn't even really seen all of them.
The Rise of Skywalker?
Oh, she likes Rise of Skywalker. Did they watch that one then?
Yeah. I don't think they have it. Wait, is it on available?
Yeah.
Streaming?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She was like, I think they want to watch that one.
You think what?
I like that one too. Because Rey and Kylo kiss.
Oh, my God.
Right?
All y'all.
Rilo.
All you... Raylo?
Raylo.
All y'all Raylos. I don't care. Like, if that's your fandom, or if that's your how you do it, like, it's great. I don't care. I don't know why people get so angry at them. Anyone watch Centurions back in the day? I did not. Did not watch. I don't think I had a Centurions figure either.
I think I like it so much because it's two people that you would never think would end up kissing.
They hooked up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's why. You would never think. Then it makes sense.
Oh, no, Dewey, what I meant by Admiral Akbar, I was saying the Return of the Jedi figures look better than the older ones because they are newer. They would have been like 1983, not 1979. So they didn't age. It don't look as aged. That just makes sense. Don't tell me. Don't spoil what treats I'm getting. Don't want to hear any spoilers. Open the box and be surprised. Yeah, RC Maniac, I saw that tweet too. It was crazy. Alright, I could do that. I could do that. For the Star Wars, yeah. That would be fair. For the beaters, you're not going to get a lot. You just know about the movies? Fair enough. I'm kind of interested to hear what movie Jedi watched. I got her thrifting today. I got her a Hermione magic wand. It came with a box and everything. They're all new treats? Oh, wow. Well then, Diana and I may have to taste test them. She'll like that. Thank you for making it easier, Liz. Yeah, I know, I don't know why figures did it for me. Across the board. That was it. That was it for me. Now, but not all figures. Some people just like all figures. Everyone's got different preferences, I guess. Well, for sure. And ketchup powder? Yeah. Speaking of Diana wanted me to pick up more ketchup, I just pick it up at Dollar Tree. It's super cheap. Oh! Liz. Next thing I gotta keep my eye out for, mazes. Jedi did really well with mazes the other day, so I'm looking for a pretty decent mazes book to get her. Probably just gonna have to go on Amazon. Colonel's ketchup? Is that the name of the brand? Ugh. I do not like ketchup of any kind. Ugh. Yeah. Like, I'll eat ketchup if it's on something, but if someone asks, do you want ketchup? I'm like, no. Mm-mm. Like when my mom made meatloaf back in the day, the worst part of it was the ketchup. I just scrape it off. Ugh. Never liked ketchup, ever. Didn't like any of the staples. I don't know why. But, like, if it's on a burger, I'm not gonna, like, complain, like, oh, I'm not gonna eat it, it's got ketchup. I'll eat it. It's just not my favorite. Your daughter's favorite popcorn seasoning? Oh, man. I like Nooch. I'm kind of hooked on Nooch. Or just plain old salt. I'm a simple man. With simple needs. And simple filament. And simple Kyber Crystals. These are fun to print out in all the filament colors. Just to have. I don't know why. Things I would have flipped for as a kid. No matter, see, that's the thing. Like, no matter what we do for Jedi, inevitably we're gonna miss a corner, right? And she goes, oh, why didn't you X? Why didn't you Z? Did as much as we could. But, inevitably, she's gonna chase down things. Oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had that. Well, great motivator to find a way to get the things that you want. She's doing really well, though, with a lot of the kindergarten materials. She's doing really well. I got her a Sesame Street book from Dollar Tree. And she plowed like halfway through it. Oh, okay. Kind of wanted to keep going. So I have to we've got a lot of that kind of material too. You can always find mazes online. I send them to printer. Well, yeah, but at that point, I might as well pay for a book. Because it cost me, because right now, getting into the library, not easy. If I found, like, a single PDF with mazes, I'd do it, but a lot of that garbage is hidden behind, sign up for my newsletter, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my god. 3D print a maze? That would be too easy. But see, that's also the part about doing mazes is that you could do it, right? And then go to the next sheet and do another one. She did really well. It was a smaller maze, but I would definitely say more advanced. It wasn't simple, but she still did it. You figured I would have pink bits? Well, I do now. Well, these aren't bits. These are Kyber Crystals. Not quite bits. The bits are more purpley. Whoop. And I've done those. She likes mazes. She may also like reading maps. Yeah. She does like that. So, she'll make maps. Like treasure maps. And she'll pick up neighborhood maps. Because our neighborhood has a map for like trails and stuff. Yeah, she does. She does like maps. I don't know if I'm going to go out and get like a map book. Do they have a Star Wars map book? I know they have an... Do they have an atlas? A galactic atlas? I think we have one. It's really big. Let's find out. Let's find out, shall we? Shall we find a map? Right there. Those are the mask figures. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, Atlas. We have that. That's a pretty good price. Galactic maps, Star Wars galactic maps. They have it on eBay. Oh, not bad. 19, 18. Oh, hang on. Let's do... Oh, come on. What happened to my... Yeah, look at that. 1443. And galactic maps. I probably can't spell, but... See, it's got like... Galaxy. But it's also got like, see, like treasures and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, that's not a bad deal. I'm not gonna buy new for 21.24, but it's not bad. I like maps. I was really good with map skills back in the day. Your mother has the worst sense of direction. I have Disney maps. I do. Yeah, but see, the problem with that is, then it's going to be like, I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to go there, and then it becomes annoying. Thank you, Villabongs. Let me take a look. Printable mazes. Oh, nice. Are they all just one-offs? Oh, man. I want like a PDF of 50 mazes. I always use Disney maps to make wish lists and plans. Yeah, but that's the problem, is that Jedi will do the same thing. And she's like, why can't we go here? Why can't we go here? When are we going to go to Disneyland? When are we going to go there? I'm like, oh, man. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. Well, there's already a raffle running. Shame on me. I got her a new Grogu shirt today, too. A pink Grogu shirt. I don't know if it fits, but... Actually... Let me ask Diana here. So I'm going to bring it up so you can see it. It's pretty cool. It's Victoria Day weekend. I don't know what that is. But, you know, hey, if it works for you, I say more power to you. 8,500 piece perler beads bucket for 15 bucks. On Amazon, yeah. The Star Wars kit. Yeah, pretty good price. Save $7. That's Star Wars. We have a lot of perlers right now. A lot of those beads. But that would be the time to get it. If you're interested in perler. The Star Wars one. There we go. Yeah, again, a lot of these waves missed me. I mean, we had like sun catchers back in the day. They still exist, like the little stained glass things. Shrinky dinks. Certainly. What else could I do Star Wars in pink? What else? What else have I not done? Apart from the Vader helmet I gotta do. What's another thing? My console's blaster in pink? She just got the water gun. That's colorful. It's not pink, but she's got a lot of guns, so I don't really want to keep doing those. I did the Stormtrooper gun in white. It was kind of fun, a miniature white one. Star Wars pickle fork? What the hell is? Star Wars pickle fork? I don't even know what that is. So here we have tonight, we have Panfred Nudo. We also have Sith Lord Brit. She's also hanging out in printing. Let's see if there's anybody else. Hot tub crap. You've never used a pickle fork? No. We have a lot of the Star Wars bamboo stuff now. Those are small forks. Maybe I have used one before. I just didn't call it a pickle fork. There's nothing about eating utensil, though. Porg. I'm not sure if she... I think she's over the Grogu. The pink Grogu thing. Stormtrooper did a Mythosaur skull. She wanted that. Yeah, I'm not going to print something that where she's going to eat it or have it in her food. Do you have any of the Star Wars Epic Battle medals from Toys R Us? I do. I have the Vader one. I may have all of them, but I specifically chased down the Toys R Us one. Here she comes. Hang on. I don't know if we're going to see her new shirt. I heard her. Jedi? Jedi! Did I call them stabby forks? Forks. Didn't make up weird names. Necessarily, that I know of. Pickle forks. Jedi? Where's your new Grogu shirt? Oh, okay. Does it fit?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
You haven't tried it on.
She's actually...
I know, but I want to know. Because, like, Target had it. I want to know before they run out. But, Diana, I wanted to try it so that we...
Mom, what's this?
Oh, here, honey. I printed the pink porg for you. Just gotta be careful. The legs are very, very delicate, so you don't want to, like, knock it around very much. But, yeah, be careful with the legs.
Okay.
See ya. Well, there you go. Olive forks? I love forks, too. I love sporks. I love sporks from Galaxy's Edge. Hey, Ruda. Thank you so much for the pixie emotes. I do miss her. More than I thought I would. She's gonna be in my dreams for years. Last time I remember having a dog in dreams where that much was when I was a kid. They had one dog, Caesar, who ran away, and it was just unresolved, and that it plagued me. I'd always have dreams that Caesar came back. Dreamed and dreamed and dreamed of that. Don't know what happened. I don't know, but I mean, I feel I got closure with Pixie. I don't think that was the problem. Maybe it's just, you know, she was around, and suddenly she wasn't around. That's a pretty big life change. My brain's adjusted, but I miss her at the weirdest times. Specifically, like, I'm going to bed, right? When I'm going to bed, then I'm like, yeah, I remember when Pixie used to be there, sleeping, snoozing. I hear a weird sound coming from the hallway, man. Grief does that? Oh, must be my body's way of processing it. I mean, I was in the moment. It just seemed sudden is probably the wrong word to use, but she was more ready than I was, that's for sure. She was asleep and in pain and dehydrated at the time. She was not She was not in a good space. I wouldn't say unexpected, just, I wasn't ready. I mean, you get to know a pet for 15 years. Or part of the family. You basically lost a part of the family. Be careful, that weird sound could be Darth Vader. And it's kind of what it sounded like. Could you hear it? I don't think you could with the mic, but it was like a weird kind of echoey breathing sound. Like, what's up with that? Well, we got about a minute left to go on these Kyber Crystals. Who y'all liking? Werewolves? Are you liking werewolves? Get it? Liking? Werewolf? I thought it was funny. Fine. I'll keep the dad jokes to myself. So I gotta ask, what popcorn do I... Or my go-to popcorn? I don't know, it's generic. Honestly, generic. Completely generic. I get it locally. I mean, it's cheap. It's pretty cheap. This is the magic mushroom. I probably need to get more of it. I could expand on that joke. Oh, Builder's Mark. How dare you, sir? Thumb Wars Watch Party. Yes, David Hales. I knew I liked you. Fast Tracks.
Phil just subscribed.
Thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Welcome aboard. You are joining 515 others. Very appreciated. There we go. Got us some Kyber Crystals. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to have a Kyber Crystal. Beautiful thing for a Kyber. Gonna give it to Jedi. Then take off the supports. Okay, now seriously, I am looking for movie recommendations on Netflix. Netflix or Amazon Prime. Maybe movie, because I'm not sure I'm seeing any series. There's a new series, I don't know, not the Nevers, but it looks like the Nevers on Netflix, but it's not the Nevers. Whiplash? What's Whiplash? Wait, is that the drum one? I already watched that one. Last night I watched Spotlight. That was, well, not to get controversial, but that was a very interesting movie, to say the least. I was like, whoa. Having grown up Catholic, I'm like, whoa. You met one of the journalists? Oh, wow, Iris. That's insane. Yeah, the drum one. I'd seen that one. I think I rented that one contemporaneously. Like when it was available to rent. It's a beautiful day to remove supports. A beautiful day to remove them. Got some supports. Had some supports. I couldn't have done this print without supports. So I have to pull them off. And what should I watch? Oh, Mark Ruffalo's character. He did a good job. David, I think was the character's name. Alright, keep going, keep going. I've seen Whiplash. Just watched Spotlight last night. Looking for a new one tonight. And when I say new, it doesn't have to be like new. Just like something to watch that's on one of these services. Okay, I'm not going to watch the... You know, for every time someone says the Expanse, an angel loses its wings. Love the series Afterlife. I don't know if I saw that one. I'm not sure if any series are necessarily lighting a fire under my foot right now. So I'm thinking like movies. Until Loki spins up, what, in another week or two? What genre? Honestly, I don't know. I'm I'm like all over the place as far as genre is concerned. I'm very excited for Loki. If it's in the MCU, I'm not gonna say I get as excited for the stuff in the MCU as I do with Star Wars stuff. But still, Queen's Gambit, watched it the first week. This is how I found a few of these by way of the Netflix, what people are watching today, or what people are watching most. So I've seen pretty much the top 10 in that array. And like I said, I'm pretty much all caught up. I don't know. I haven't looked back at Apple TV in a bit. Probably need to look at another one of the series there. Mosquito Coast, I've heard, like, the ratings just haven't been great, so I'm like, okay. I generally look at the ratings. I'm like, okay, how well is this doing? Does it look interesting to me? Okay, this looks interesting. Let me check the ratings. Oh, the ratings aren't great? Okay, I'll probably skip it. Because, for the most part, the ratings that I experience, Russian Doll, I watched. Can't wait for Season 2. I've seen the latest Joker movie. Indeed, Big Jano. Thank you, Dewey. Love the clip. I'll have to watch it. I never watched Mr. Robot. Didn't really get into it. But there's the pink Kyber Crystal. It'll go up here amid my other Kyber Crystals. I got a Kyber Crystal collection. HBO Max, Boys in the Band. I saw that and I'm like, I'm not sure if Boys in the Band would necessarily keep my attention. I don't know. I don't know. But, y'all are pushing me to Panfred Nudo. Really good documentary about Bill Nye. Alright. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Just chucking stuff? Thank you. Keep chucking. Because I'll say, oh yeah, I saw that. Or, no, I haven't seen it. This is the problem, is unless I'm sitting in front of what is on, like, Apple TV Plus or anything like that. Hang on, let's see if I can find. Trying. No, for calls look kind of interesting. But I haven't heard a lot of people talking about some of this stuff. So, like, if I don't hear anybody in social talking about something, it's generally a good sign that it's probably a skipper. There just doesn't seem to be a lot of people mentioning various shows. There's one on actually on Netflix. Let's see here, what's on the one, like, what was the name of it? It was like, it's the serial killer, Son of Sam. It's like a redo of the Son of Sam. Like, they dug up new evidence or something like that. That looks kind of interesting. That might keep my attention long enough. This is what's so difficult to know. Like, do I want to watch that? Is this interesting? And I just don't know. I don't have the answer. Since finding Twitch, my movie watching has decreased almost 80% and don't miss it at all. Chi-Town Deke, man, I'm telling you, I'd much rather connect with people. Personally, yeah. Like, I will watch things at night as I'm winding down, just kind of like chill my brain out, give it a chance to relax. But it's literally the last thing I do. I don't during the day. Nope. During the evening, like, we're pushing into 9 o'clock, 9:17, right? I'm like, I'm not doing it. The thing I want to print tomorrow is with a different filament, or will be with a different filament. I want to try to print the Jedi Temple. That's the thing I want to try. Big Business. I watched Big Business back in the day. I've been enjoying the hell out of the Bad Batch. Can't wait for the next episode. The documentary Icarus, Coded Bias. Oh, interesting. 3 Men and a Baby. Yep. Saw that in theaters, man. That's how old I am. I will be tuning in for the Friends reunion. That'll be fun. Now I have this in my head. Bet you wish I did not, but I do, and you can't stop me, because I will sing this song. Oh, 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 oh. Nicolas Cage show on swear words. I watched like 3 episodes. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of It feels kind of perfunctory. Like, I don't really need to watch this. I wasn't as interested after the 3rd episode. But I think we're going to stage a raid. This is, y'all were saying Panfred Nudo, who is in cosplay. Fine. We'll spread the love. It's been a few weeks since we raided him. Keep your eye out for new people to raid, of course, and to follow. That'd be great. And especially the people that, you know, share similar interests. That would be awesome. So we are going to Tusken raid Panfred Nudo. I don't know what I'm going to watch afterwards, though, unfortunately. So we're going to be, get your Perillo Raider emotes ready. Perillo Raider, did I type it in right? I did. Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. I did a pyramid. Woo! Did you know you could do Perillo Raider combos? Did you know? I already watched National Treasure. There's going to be a series, too. Yeah, look at that. 6x Perillo Raider combo. You basically type the emote and you can do pyramid emotes and you get you don't get any points or anything like that, but Jason Bourne saw it all. Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. But thank you for hanging, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for RC Maniac's not here, but I'll tag him on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, thank you for thank you for the guidance. Generally speaking, I'm happy with it, but I'm lame that way. Thank you, Set to Build. We're about to raid another Lego streamer. Everybody, again, shout out to Set to Build. And we're gonna do Nudo because we haven't done him in a while. Like I said, I like raiding the same people, but I also like, spreading the love. I'm like, okay, we haven't done this in a while. I haven't tried this. Let's raid this person. There's a lot of good people to raid. So I will be back tomorrow. I believe I'm printing the Jedi Temple. I hope I'm printing the Jedi Temple. I hope it turns out okay. Theoretically, it will. But we shall see. I've got an idea of what kind of filament I want to use with it, based upon the color of the Jedi Temple in the movies. And then that'll probably take us all the way through tomorrow evening. Thank you very, very much. More tech issues? No, I'm trying to avoid all tech issues, quite honestly. I'm good with avoiding the tech issues. Don't want the tech issues at all. Don't need them. Don't want them. Don't need them around. How do I... Thank you for the exploding nachos. It's great. No, really. Let's get that raid going here. Raiding channel. Panfred Nudo. Panfred Nudo. Yeah, he's X-winged out. Look at that. Throw him some love. 100%? Oh my god. Golden Boy, what are you doing? The Golden Boy. Gonna have to give you some more here. Alright, everybody. We're gonna start that raid. Let's go ahead and add some points to the Golden Boy. Give him a few. Get him a few back. There we go. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And may the Force be with you always, 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 always. Get your Perillo Raider emotes ready. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. Of course, for you to pop onto Discord. Links are on my profile, as well as other things that you probably don't see. Here we go. Gonna Tusken raid Panfred Nudo in... Wait, hang on. Let me get it ready. Shout out to Panfred Nudo. This is how I clicked over. This is the easiest way to like open the stream in the background so I can watch the reaction. Let me make sure the ad doesn't load on me. Okay, good. Oh, he's doing the R2-D2 build. No minifigures. Boo. All right. Rating Panfred Tuscan rating. Panfred Nudo. Thank you, everybody. Again, have a good night. 3, 2, 1.
Just before the stream starts, and I will find a picture of the build. I'll pull up the instructions.
No, you won't. Hey.
Chris Perillo comes in with a huge Tuscan raid. What is up?
Huge Tuscan raid.
Tuscan raid. Chris Perillo, the golden boy, set to build. Ethan's dad 3D. Sassoon. Uber. What is up, guys? No more. What is up, guys? The golden boy with the follow. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Pez Liz, hello, guys. Welcome on in. You guys actually just caught us. Just as we switched gears.
Yeah, I thought you had some.
Just as we switched gears.
You didn't? You did.
So let me tell you what happened, guys. Let me tell you what happened.
That you can have one.
Scott with the
want
raid
it?
coming in from the raid as well. Pez with the 10 bits. Guys, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome. Oops. I did not want to put that one. I'm a streamer, guys.
You what?
Welcome to the Weirdo House, my friends. Iris, Amelia, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I gotta be careful with that.
Welcome. Switch gears.
Yeah, I had to put that back.
Not Gears of